Grand rising, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. Okay, so we have Pluto now that has entered um, in Aquarius. I'm not an astrologer at all, okay? Always do your own research. Clearly, we're in the age of Aquarius. We have been. Now we're going into different phases of it in our charts, because our charts matter, 828 on the clock. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit. And that's why I say do your own research, you know? Always, always, always. Now, Pluto is a significant energy. It brings great change, and it does. So here we go. So today, Tuesday, November 19th, Pluto will leave the patriarchal scaffolding of Capricorn, which is Saturn, right? And set up shop to excavate the basement, so to speak, in the professionally weird utopian learning space, Cowboy Climbs of Aquarius. So what does this once in a generation shift mean for you? Okay. Named for the maiden snatch and shadow dwelling god of the underworld, the small but mighty planet Pluto is associated with destruction, subversion, depth, intensity, primal urges, the taboo, the criminal. This is why all this stuff is being revealed right now. All right, it's huge. Um, the underworld journeys and the dark and dangerous heart that beats below the veneer of civilization and the crust of the earth itself. Petite but potent. Pluto was discovered in 1930. Pluto is arduously along with the planet change signs once every 12 to 30 years. Pluto influences the ideals and energy of the entire generation. As the master of ceremonies for death, this is why we've been feeling all this stuff with the Taurus moon, okay? Pluto teaches it's the death of an old way, the paradigm shift, right? It's all breaking down and a rising up is happening, okay? Within yourself, within the collective, worldly, it's a big deal. So that's why I say do your own research. You know, I'm letting you know, like, well, you should know we're in the age of Aquarius, but if some people don't, I understand. So Pluto influences the ideals and energy of an entire generation. As the master of ceremonies for death, Pluto teaches us that destruction is the wheel grease of creation. Apropos of this, Pluto is the planetary ruler of the fixed water sign Scorpio. Okay, and we're in Scorpio now. Actually, we're heading into now Sagittarius, on the cusp of, which is associated with the transformational trauma shadow work. That's why a lot of this stuff is coming up. Mind control, power struggles, and other people's money. Okay, so because Aquarius is a fixed sign, it's defined as progress. Progress is rigid. So like the skin suit, and I've been talking about that, like you may be feeling like you got like a new skin on, been unsettled, lots of changes going on, and they should be positive, but there are a lot of tower moments happening, and depending on, you know, who you are and what you're going through, for your highest good. Always for your highest good. There was some, you know, if you're having tower moments, something you weren't honoring about yourself, okay? So Pluto takes on the thematic energy of the sign it moves through. So it's now in Aquarius for 20 years now. In the future-focused, emotionally objective sign of Aquarius, Pluto's slash and burn path will be interestingly to behold. This is a utopian leaning into the water bearer archetype. And because Aquarius is a fixed sign, its definition of progress is rigid. Though it operates with the greater good in mind, it does so without concern for tact, temperance, and the consensus of the people it hopes to benefit. Since Aquarius rules electricity and technology, we may see developments in renewable, a Plutonian theme energy, and more people question how tech can be benefit all rather than pad the pockets. With Pluto in the helm and Aquarius in the lead, there's a fated fight club, as a nest about this, okay? The New World Order. This is why they were battling so much on who was going to be president. This is this is the time. Enlil's reign is over. Okay, let me explain something. If you don't understand, Enlil has been the ruler of this world. Enlil is the bull in the astrological wheel. His leg is cut short. He sits on New York Stock Exchange. This is over now. It's been very control and bearing down, and the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, etc., etc. His reign is over. So now Inky comes in. All right, and do your research. Like I do a lot of research on this stuff. This is just stuff all I was guided to, because I'm not an astrologer. I'll never claim to be one. I'm still learning for myself. But the age of Aquarius is a lot of reveals. All right, instead of the bound, chained and bound energy that Enlil has had upon the world. All right, so with Pluto at the helm and Aquarius in the lead, there's a faded fight club, New World Order energy to this transit. It's revolution with its little regard for nuance and agenda aimed at progress at all costs. Okay, this is why this election was also key. Pluto has been kicking it in Capricorn since 2008. After it moves into Aquarius November 19th, it will reign and remain there until 2043. Pluto made a cameo appearance in Aquarius between March and June of 2023 and January and September of 2024, giving us a preview of the themes and just think about all the reveals that have happened in this time, right? From January to September 2024, big deal, okay? So giving us a preview of this and the shifts that we can expect from the Dark Lord moving forward. When it comes to Pluto, destruction is only wrought in the name of evolution. And often this planet tests the metals of its children in order to cast out what holds them back. This is all about what's holding you back within yourself. Because everything is inside of you. Everything. The heavenly kingdom is inside of you. So when it comes to Pluto's destruction, like I said, so given a choice, if you would want to opt for the kind of brutal reckoning and radical rebirth that Pluto is designed to deliver, yet in retrospect, and paraphrase Mary Oliver, these boxes of darkness often become gifts that we need the most, okay? This is all about this is what I've been talking about with the civil rising, civil rights. The last time this went on, I believe, was and I spoke about this, about Neptune transiting Capricorn. The last time, that was like the 1800s with the Revolutionary War. Okay, so this is a revolutionary rising within yourself, within the collective worldly. Okay, so beyond the teasers of the last few years, the last time planet Pluto marched through Aquarius was 1778 and 1798. And what happened in that time? 1776, July 4th. Just saying. 1798, a span of years that saw the French, American, Haitian, and industrial revolutions, as well as the Age of Enlightenment, which in proper Aquarian form favored reason over reacting, abstraction over intimacy. Inventions from this era include the hot air balloon, sewing machine, smallpox vax, and parachute. Now what are we in? What is Trump going to be doing in 2020? Go do the research. Actually, I have it posted in the community. Pluto's last cycle in Aquarius included this dismantling of social hierarchies. What's happening right now? A dismantling. Resistance to the powers that be. The re-evaluation of labor, violence responses, and the economic disparity, and the wild application of imagination leading to technological breakthroughs. These themes will no doubt resurface when Pluto returns to the visionary vapors of Aquarius. And you look at that up in your chart and what house it sits in. It makes a difference. It really matters. Okay, so the structures of the old and the perches of the elite will be eyed with fresh contempt. In the good for the few of us, modality of capitalism will no longer suffice. It's important to note that during this transit, the United States will experience its first Pluto return. The world revolution comes from the Latin for return, signaling that our fraught nation is headed into a proverbial looking dark night of the soul. And I said that last night. Welcome to another dark night of the soul. If we are indeed going back, it may be, it's like it's maybe a effing drawing board for folks. Decentralizing power, like it's all, that's why I'm like, just always do your own research. This is a breaking down of old ways, breaking of the chains. How many of us have been getting breaker of chains? I have personally. I've been channeling that for a long time. Breaking of chains, breaking of the old way, the control, the conformity. Things that are done in the dark will come to the light. They have to. They will be revealed. It will be disgusting. Seek the truth and you shall find me. And when you find me, it will be disturbing, and you, as you should be disturbed. Okay, so Pluto is a tough energy. It really is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's tough. But it's not tough at the same time, because it's actually leads you into more of an enlightenment for yourself, for the collective, for the world. And just watch over the next, just watch. Just pay attention, or don't. Okay, so I offer the words of Scorpio Sage. The mono-named, wig-wearing Voltari is not more surprising to be born twice than once. Everything in nature is a resurrection. So we're in a resurrection stage. Welcome to the second coming. May we all burn bright with hope, for what we rise in no fear of the dark. To see how this reckoning will rock you on a personal level, clearly look into the house in your birth chart ruled by Aquarius. If you have the birth date and time, location, you can always check that out, right? Cafe Astrology is really good to do that. And remember, we have 13 signs, not 12. So, someone was asking me, and it's like, I look stuff up. Do your own research so that you understand it for you. I do it all the time. I get guided to look things up all the time. I'm not looking for someone else to answer my questions. Yeah, it's nice to get I'm going to give you little tidbits because I'm doing my own research. I've been reading on this stuff for a couple of years now. All guided back to the Sumerian tablets, the changes that are happening, who has been reigning us, who will be taking over, because Kai is Earth, Inkai is part of Earth. Now Inky is here, and great changes will happen, and they are happening. Okay, Osiris is returning, breaker of change. Things are going to be revealed. It's going to be effing disturbing, as it is because it's been going on too long. But it's a great rising as well. It's a great freedom within and out. Take it or leave it. Always trust your own instincts. Always do your own research. And please do not base your life choices off of oracles and readings of others. Trust your own instinct. You have an internal compass for a reason. We who do this stuff are just guided as suggested advice. You're responsible for making your own choices. I just know too many people out there that go get a reading and then base their life choices, and then they're in a crap show of a situation because they listen to someone else and not their own instincts. Okay, and this is coming from someone who doesn't. I am an oracle. Okay, it's all guided, suggested advice, and any and all things can change at any moment because you are the master of your own destiny. You are. You bring great change for yourself, and by doing that, with others as well. Please know that, because there's a lot of dark readers out there, okay, that don't have your best interest at all. That's why I do not base any life choices and major changes. These are all guided, suggested advice. You are the master of your own destiny, and you are to trust your own instincts. It is your true, eternal God compass that you were born with. You are divine. You're fucking amazing. All right? You're fucking amazing. You don't need outside things. Yeah, it's nice to have that. Don't get me wrong. It's an inside job, not an outside job. This Pluto energy is going to be is huge. It's a big deal. The water bearer is pouring water on Earth. We're going to have more great storms now. Hang on. Great changes are already upon us. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Keep shining bright, because you're fucking amazing.